a long time since we've met. We've been busy building STF for all of you. And what I'm going to do is let's wait for a bit till more people come online. And then I would love to give you a short sneak peek of how STF looks like. And it's going to be a short demo. And then I would love to, answer any of the questions you might have. Let's see how many people are online now. Let's see. Okay. We'll also send some tweets. If you guys have the link, please share it with your friends. We'll start this demo in maybe 3 to 4 minutes, just 2 to 3 minutes. And I hope you guys are enjoying, trading at WazirX. And we got a lot of applications for STF, to be an STF trader. Hundreds of applications, to be honest. And what we're doing is we're going to choose a few of those applicants as the first few traders on STF. And then the idea is to, open up STF for, more traders every week. But yeah, we'll start with maybe, I think, 3 to 5 traders in the beginning. But if you're an investor and if you want to invest in an STF token, you can, do that right from day one. How many people are there now? About 42. Okay. Have we sent out the tweets and everything? Okay, we have tweeted. What are the comments? When WazirX coin, that is definitely going to come, but I think STF was much more important for us to launch. So we've gone ahead and we're launching that first. The idea is to launch STF probably this week. Let's see how the demo goes. And then maybe based on that, we'll probably, launch it this week. I'm telling the team to do it this week. Let's see. So should we start? Okay, about 86 people. I think we can start the demo. Let me switch over to the WazirX screen where you will be able to see the STF page. Okay, we're trying to log into the screen first. Give us some time. And I can see a lot of questions from all of you about STF. It's interesting. I'm going to answer all of those questions. Is there a minimum amount to opt in for STF? Yes, there is, but it's a small number. We'll announce it when we launch. What we want to do with STF is we want all of you to be able to participate. And that's why we aren't keeping a large barrier to entry. Similarly, if you invest in an STF and you think that it's not good, you want to exit, there's no lock-in. There's no penalty for exiting an STF. You can just sell the tokens and get your tokens back. Are we ready? Second. We're just now going to switch over to the screen. Okay, so how do I see this? All right. I hope you can see the screen. So let's start with how do you first land on an STF page. Is at the top you have exchange, P2P, and then there's STF. So when you get into this screen, now this I have logged in as a regular investor on WazirX. I'm a hodler on WazirX. I have some funds on WazirX, and I want to probably buy 1 or 2 STF tokens. So I come here, and if you can see, someone has created a ZUG token, and the ticker is XFAC, XFACE. And out here, you can see the description of what that token is going to be. It's like the investor talks about what they are doing, and there's
a registration verification email from WazirX. Click on it to verify your registration. Log into your newly created WazirX account. The next step is to complete the KYC. Start by adding your bank account details. This is where you will also receive money when you decide to sell your Bitcoin. You need to add your bank account, UPI, and if you like, you can also add Paytm account details. The bank account should belong to the same person/organization operating this WazirX account. You may only add one bank account. Click on Next. In the next step, you need to update your documents for the KYC. Here are the documents that are required. Copy of PAN card, your photo, address proof, Aadhaar card showing address or driving license or passport page showing address, passport page/Aadhaar card showing photo. In my case, I used my passport plus my PAN card to verify my account. This KYC verification.
when you come below, you will see the initial price, which says 200 USDT. So that is the price of one token, and this token has been active from the last 34 days. Um, Here, usually you will see the token price on the graph, and here is the asset allocation, which is what are the tokens that the STF trader has purchased with their fund value. Right now, that's just USDT. As we proceed, we'll show you. Also, just to let you know, this is just a test account, and I'm just showing this for demo. All these prices and all are just for testing purpose. You'll see the real prices when we launch later this week. Now, let's and similarly, there are more tokens. There is someone has named it X Moon, where their trading style says they trade every 1 or 2 days, and the way we see this, it's very interesting, is that different traders are going to create different kinds of tokens. Someone has created a micro token where they trade daily and weekly, and they trade in a huge number of alts. So, if you want to invest in alts, maybe this X micro might be a good option. I'm more interested in, to the moon. So I'm going to probably try and buy some of the moon tokens. Here down on the right side, if you see, I'm going to set how many moon tokens I want. So let's say 10, or let's say I want worth $2,000. So I've selected how many moon tokens I want, and I click buy. If you see, now I've been able to buy out here. When I can just see that I bought 200 moon tokens. I can also see that under my fund section. So you can see I bought 10 moon tokens. Now, something to remember is we are seeing that everything in this token is in USDT. Now, once you have bought this, you don't have to do anything. You can just keep checking the price of this moon token, which today is at $199.71. What I'm going to show next is how this STF trader who has the moon token, how does that trader see this account? So we're going to log out. And we're going to log in into the STF traders account. But before that, I'll just come on screen while that whole operation is being done. So yeah, while we show you now, what we showed you just now was the regular trading interface that you see on WazirX when you log into WazirX, and you can go to STF, and how I just bought the X Moon token. You can buy any of the STF there. What I'm going to show you next is if I'm an STF trader. So if X Moon is my token, how does that seem to me, and how do I trade using your funds as a trader? So we're going to see that next. But before that, I think there's one question which is how will you determine the STF token value? So we do not determine the value. You, as an STF trader, if someone wants to become an STF trader, you can set the price. Ideally, we recommend you set it at $1 so that anyone can buy in, and $1 is a good starting price. Then, as this STF trader invests in other tokens, the price of this STF fund this goes on increasing or decreasing based on market prices of the tokens that your trader will buy. So it's completely dependent on the underlying assets of STF. Now let's switch over to how an STF trader is going to, the interface of the STF trader will be shown next to you. All right. So if you see now, if you remember, I bought USDT over there, and that USDT has come to the trader's account. So this account belongs to the STF trader. Now this STF trader realizes someone has bought his token, and he has this much fund in the STF account. He has to go and trade. So he goes to the exchange page, and first, as an STF trader, I do not see any tokens. I cannot buy or sell any of the tokens here. I can only see my token. This is, as an STF trader, this is my token. So I go to an exchange and I say, okay, what do I do? Maybe since I have $2,000 that I have to manage, I'm going to buy some BTC. So I also, please remember, this is just representational test accounts. So I put a buy order for, let's say, 50%, $1,000 maybe. And see how much. I'll buy $1,000 worth of BTC. So now what happened is, now as an STF trader, I've bought $1,000 worth of BTC and I still have 1,000 worth of Tether. I'll probably go and what do we buy? Do we buy Tron or do we buy XRP?